The reduction of greenhouse gas emitted into the atmosphere is one of the greatest challenges facing mankind today. Failure to address global warming and climate change caused by these gases may have profound consequences for the planet and for mankind. Sindicatum Carbon Capital is at the forefront of the fight against global warming.
What sets us apart is that we are project developers. We actually roll up our sleeves and deploy our know-how and technology to physically abate greenhouse gases.
Concerted global efforts to protect the planet began with the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change in 1992. This was followed by the creation of the Kyoto Protocol in 1997. The Kyoto Protocol requires industrialized countries to reduce their total greenhouse gas emissions between 2008 and 2012 by an average of 5.2% relative to 1990 levels. Developing countries such as China have no such obligations under Kyoto, but they are under pressure to take a more active role in the future.
For the first time, China has set its own GHG emission goals and agreed to cut emissions in line with GDP growth.
英国辛迪克将积极配合中国政府的减排计划，将使用最好的技术、管理方法和足够的资金，用于实现这个减排计划。
To help developed countries achieve their emission targets, Kyoto defined mechanisms to promote trade in greenhouse gas emissions.
The Kyoto Protocol recognizes two crucial facts. One is that greenhouse gas emissions have the same impact on the global environment regardless of where they're generated. And second, that the cost of reducing emissions varies tremendously across different industries and countries. Consequently, Kyoto created two market-based approaches, CDM and JI, that allow us to allocate resources to countries and industries where we can create emission reductions most cost-effectively.
The climate change sector is attracting large volumes of capital, and SCC are well positioned to act on a global scale.
As a company, we benefit greatly from the support that we have from two very significant shareholders. One is Citigroup, one of the largest financial institutions in the world, and the second is AIG, one of the largest insurance groups in the world.
SCC's greenhouse gas reduction projects, set up in developing nations, form part of the new global green currency, the trading of carbon credits. But what is a carbon credit, and how is it created?
Every ton of carbon dioxide equals 1 carbon credit. However, there are some greenhouse gases which are more potent. For example, every ton of methane equals 21 tons of CO2.
SCC's greenhouse gas abatement projects focus primarily on methane.
We're developing a number of projects in Southeast Asia and concentrating on a number of sectors including biomass, power generation, nitric acid plants, landfills, and gas flaring. One of the areas that we're trying to do is build up a local knowledge and have people like myself that have been in the region for over 20 years and speak the language. Saya sudah ikut di Indonesia dalam 25 tahun. Terima kasih.
Sindicatum Carbon Capital is developing a large portfolio of projects in China, Indonesia, India, the Middle East and North Africa, Eastern Europe, and North and South America, all of which are focused on reducing pollution from coal mining, industrial activities, and waste management.